could this rivalry be coming to a close?
Nah, man. Let me stop trolling. No, I don't think this rivalry is coming to a close. Obviously, go check out this article about On 3. They wrote a pretty good one about just the state of where it's at. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing here. Obviously, the Notre Dame athletic director wants to keep this rivalry alive. They want to get in. Basically, what's going on here is they want to get into a long-term deal, obviously, with USC in terms of this rivalry, right? They've been playing with each other 95 times since 1924. We know how historic this rivalry is. And right now, USC is just like, hey, man, look, we love the rivalry. It means a lot to a lot of people. But with the uncertainty of this college football playoff landscape, in terms of how it can change and everything like that, we will do an extension, but we're going to do the extension to 2026. So that's basically like the details of what's really going on here, right? Two teams from reading the article, I believe, want to do it, want to keep the rivalry alive, but USC is kind of uncertain, about the future of college football, the future of the playoff, and I think they're in a spot where they're like, hey, we want to win a national championship. We don't want to put our team in a bad spot potentially, and we may be like other teams and just forego rivalry games potentially. All right, here is more here. According to Ford, the Trojans are hesitant to enter into a long-term deal due to uncertainty about the future of college football playoff format, which I talked about, and the demands of heightened travel since joining the Big Ten Conference. One solution would be moving the game to a season opening spot on the schedule, and something that USC has broached. It remains to be seen if the two sides can come to an agreement, but it would be a shame to see one of the sport's top rivalries dissolve. USC head coach Rivarly commented on the matter at Big Ten Media Days last summer, stating a desire to continue playing Notre Dame. So that's basically what's going on here. And as I said, I don't think it's going to get potentially taken away, like I said, because their athletic director, their coach for USC all want to do this. They all want to keep it alive, right? And they've even talked about short-term deal. If I'm USC, though, this is a game I want to keep. Why? Notre Dame is a brand of college football. So are you, USC. They have not been, I don't want to say the word relevant, but they haven't been as good as in years past and in decades past when we think about the Trojans, right? But this game here, in addition to your Big Ten schedule, with obviously the rivalry with UCLA, with obviously potentially playing Ohio State, with obviously playing potentially Oregon, right? And all these teams in the Big Ten, I feel what you're saying, especially with the travel and everything. But winning this game against Marcus Freeman, or if he's not the coach for some whatever odd reason, right, you are going to be able to have a notable win on your schedule, right? Notre Dame, unless they're having a terrible season, which last year they made the college football playoff national championship, they are a brand. So if you can go in and beat them, one, you get a chance to see where your football team is. Two, right, you're going to add a resume-defining win to your resume, right? Let's say you're 10-2 and you got to get over us. Well, usually 10-2 will get you in. But let's say you're 9-3 and you have a resume-defining win against Notre Dame. That's going to get you into the college football playoff. So if I'm them, I would consider that, especially with this rivalry. Notre Dame obviously wants to keep it alive. We know what it could do for them, obviously playing USC. And it's not the rivalry game in college football, but it's one game that fans are definitely going to turn into, right? The game currently right now in college football is definitely Ohio State and Michigan. We all know that. That's the best rivalry in the sport currently constructed right now. There is no other rivalry that's better than that right now. But I would say this is a top 5, top 10 rivalry in college football. So if I'm USC, I'm thinking about it. Let's get this done. You know what I'm saying? And I feel you. Like, it's uncertain. We don't know if it's going to go to 16. We don't know how many spots we're going to get in. I feel you. But there's nothing like a rivalry in college football, bro, especially to this magnitude. And I know the sport has changed a lot. I know a lot of people don't like it with NIL, the transfer portal, and everything that's going wrong with college sports right now. But you got to keep USC and Notre Dame, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? This is one of the best rivalries in college football. So hopefully they work it out. That's my thoughts. I don't think it will end. I was just trolling y'all at the beginning. I do think this rivalry will continue to go and go and go. But it's just those are kind of like the things that are holding it up right now. But I do think they will find an amicable solution to this issue.